Yes, other for mamu na kwaba. Other over platform we as a host Nana J. And I want to make a born and put the store and did kind out whatever platform we as well. Now what I want to smash the subscribe to the for latest update and behind notification, so that be a newly update to be honest, a very rich was other for say the SM city and answer air send it with J. Celebrities for an channel and mom near same to be our this particular platform as so fun. Yeah, do see other for a quanya fast to quite yard for breaking news here by another day. Yeah, jelly Crophobi 256 years. Na diempo and I'm yeah, another for yes, video that's what the science and for Emma.
Well, this week, a court in Ghana has given a very interesting judgment. So this judge sentenced a bunch of people to 252 years in jail with hard labor. Very interesting because this is a case of 11 accused persons. One of them is on the run, and the judge has issued an order placing a wanted list, the person on a wanted list, so the police are out there looking for him. It's a very interesting case. I mean, a lot of people usually say that, well, Ghanaian politicians are bad, they're evil, but this case shows you that we generally, human beings, are evil. Because this whole case started with one security man called AJ, who works in a private mining firm in Takwa. It's one of the mining cities in Ghana, very rich city in Ghana called Takwa. So this guy works there as a private security officer. He knows that the company has gold in stock. So he calls another friend of his, who is also a private security man, but he's a former military officer. Calls him and tells him that, look, my company has got gold. I want you to organize people to rob my company. And whatever booty that you make, you give me my share. And this guy said, good, we'll do it. So this other guy who is called Tete also organizes a bunch of other people, and they also recruit two other fetish priests, because these people sometimes believe that you don't just need the ammunitions and all that to undertake these illegal operations. You also need spiritual protection. So they organize these two fetish priests to also join the operation. They join the operation, and these fetish priests and other people, including another driver, are recruited from other parts of Ghana. For instance, two of the fetish priests are recruited from Water region. Two other people are recruited from Tema, and one other from Ashama area, and then two other people from other places. So they come and camp in a place in Takwa, hoping to undertake the operation the next morning. So the next morning, this Tete and AJ guy, because the AJ is a security man in the mining company that is the target for the robbery. So they go there and they realize, well, wow, they didn't really bring enough arms, so they can't undertake the project. So they walk out. Still, nobody gets any idea of what these guys want to do. So they go back to the hotel where they are camping, and then they arrange for two other people to join the operation, and then another driver to join the operation, and also bring in some ammunition they can use. So they bring it. And the next morning, according to the police prosecutor, ASP Isaac Babayi, and he is narrating all these facts to the court. That's how the Ghana court system works. So the prosecutor will usually go through the facts of the case to the court on the first day that the case is usually mentioned. Sometimes they do it later on, but this is the fact of the case as presented by the prosecutor Babayi. So he says that these people go back with the arms and all that, storm the place the next day, undertake the operation. Is successful. They were able to make away with 2.5 billion old Ghana cedis, which is 250,000 new Ghana cedis. They were able to make away with 7.5 kilograms of refined gold. And then they made away with some mobile phones and some other property that they took from the company. The company's CCTV camera captures them, but they're still not notified. So they're able to walk out of the premises, drive all the way from Takwa, the mining city, to Accra. There's another city next to Accra called Kaswa. So they go there to lodge, because Accra is Kaswa is a densely populated area. So the people are meticulous. They know that is where they can at least evade attention. They lodge in another hotel in Kaswa. Now, because there's money involved and there's gold, confusion breaks out among them in the hotel, and they start arguing among themselves. The hotel, managers pick up on this. They become suspicious, and they call the police in the district and say, look, come here. We have these, suspicious people who are just going at each other in their room. Can you come and check it out? The police come there, and these people somewhere kind of get a hint that the police are after them. So they run away. 4 of those people manage to get out through the windows. The police are able to arrest a couple of other people. So they arrest Achiate, Kumejro, Ajevi, Senyo, and they all confess and mention 2 other people, Potofi and Buzu, as the accomplices. Now, mind you, at this time, those 2 people managed to escape through the windows of the hotel room. So they've gone. The police chased them in their investigation, and they later arrest Awali, one of the accomplices, Awali. They arrest him in Joji, Volta Region. They arrest Tete, who is a former military officer who has worked for the Ghana Force. Can you imagine? He works for the army and he's on retirement. They arrest him in Chebi, in the eastern region of Ghana. And then he discloses to the police that, well, I don't have the gold, I don't have the money. The money is with one Adoku, who's also an accomplice, and he's somewhere in Akachi. The police trace him and they arrest him in Akachi, but he also says he doesn't have the gold, he doesn't have the money. And then they mention other people. They say this in with Bozu and Doku. These 2 people are like the senior accomplices, sort of, for want of a better expression. So the police investigation chased them, and this is a case that started in 2018. All the way to 2022, the police are still undertaking the investigation. So in January 15, 2022, Buzu is arrested. He escaped to Benin. Benin is just the country, 2 countries after Ghana. So from Ghana, you go to Togo, then from Togo to Benin. He goes to Togo, but I think he thinks the coast is clear. So he comes back to Ghana, and the police arrest him. They arrest him from his hideout in Tema. And he claims he also doesn't have the gold. The gold is with Adoku, who is not the only one now in hiding. He's the one on the run. They can't find him. And this Buzu guy tells the police officer that, oh yeah, he's now in Benin. That's what all of us were. But he's still there with the gold and the money. So they run all of them up, charge them officially, and take them to court. And just this week, the court comes out with the judgment, finding all of them guilty, because they pleaded not guilty. But the court, after going through the trial and all the process, finds them guilty and sentenced them to 252 years in jail. And I know a lot of people usually say that the law doesn't work in Ghana. The law definitely works. I mean, we've had experiences in Ghana where a person has been unalived and buried under a concrete in Ghana, somewhere in a town called Ablekuma in Accra. And the police, after years, managed to uncover it. So Ghana, the law really works in Ghana. And this case started in 2018. And in 2024, there's conviction. 252 years in jail with hard labor. So they arrest
Yes, other 4 now share some way by ya. Bini su ye nipa. Obi mfa wajuma na so se twa nipa no. Ano ade. We amata se ne one ko ne o ba no. Ono an eye wa bo bi beka wa na efiri ontumam na ne ekwedie wi ase ayede. Hey! And I won't for be a juma we are say, it's not much a man for Sika be good them, a month for me and you, my dappy. Be Binia dream when you win it, Trim say, Ninia baby a juma so when you be no, or no person, yes, casting and Ninia on the Obi a jumano. Near Juma yet, Diano, near what Tiano now, I say, all Chesoro. Episode when yes, casting it near what Tinisika be a jumano, and what day, baby. Honey, dear Jumani be same, do be a Sibisi be my crown baba.